Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning. I'm up to something different now. I have to cut this tree down. It's dead and it's hanging over a shed there. Isn't much of a shed, but it's still a shed. I've already hooked cables up to it so I can pull on it when it gets cut. And I want to use the D7 to pull on it. And the other day I was going to start the D7 up and I had a problem with that. When I went to start the D7, this is the drain pipe for the coolant. That was dripping. And where I taped it up there temporarily, there was a crack in it. There was a worn spot on that tube where I have it taped up, and there was a crack in that worn spot. And I think over the years, at one time, this metal sheathed battery cable rubbed on it and wore it thin. And I think just the vibration when I was going to try to start it, it finally let go. So I'm draining it now to take that tube off to repair it. Well, there you can see the bad spot plainly. When I was taking it off, I must have bent it a little bit and opened it up a lot, otherwise it would have been dripping a lot more than it was. So now I'm going to braze this hole up. Now it has to be cleaned up really good, perfectly bare metal for brazing. I think I have it good enough. And mind you, I haven't brazed anything in years, so we're going to see how this goes. Heat the rod. A little warmer. Heat the rod. Dip it in the flux. And let's see how it goes. Well, I think that'll do. Oh, I gotta get it better over here. I knocked the slag off. I can see I really got to get a little better over there. All right, I think that looks a lot better. Now I'm happy with how it looks. Reinstall it, put the coolant in, and I should be able to go ahead cutting my tree down. And how do you like this? An old funnel with a brass screen in it for putting the coolant back in. I have a few of those. You just don't see those every day anymore. And look at that, there's another pinhole, so now I got to take it off again. I think the pipe is probably just so corroded on the inside that the slightest movement that'll make another pinhole in it. So I finally conceded and just took the pipe out and put the plug right into the block because I want to get this thing running. My goal here isn't to cut the tree until it tips. My goal is to cut it enough so I can pull on it and snap it off with the D7, because I wouldn't want to be anywhere near this tree when it starts to tip. And you can see I had that cut to the right side. That cut to the right side is where I girdled it a year ago to kill it. So the tree's been dead for a year. But now I'm going to put a cut in part way on the right side, and then I'll go start the D7 and try to snap it off. The D7 should have pretty good pulling power with the cable 15 feet up the tree. I'm thinking I have about 8 inches left, so I'm going to start up the D7 and see if it'll snap it off. Well, there it is. That tree's been on my mind for a couple of years. Not that I was concerned about it, but look how close it came to taking out my vintage snowmobile that I bought 10 years ago. Thought I might use a little bit around here for fun, and have never touched since. Well, that stump, it's a good thing I got that tree down. That was a lot more rotten than I would have thought. But that's because there was a crotch that the water head went down in. That's why trees are always dangerous, and that's why I had a cable to be a good long distance from it. I just want to show you this. I think it's probably a granite rock, just to show you the power of freezing water. I placed this rock here probably, almost 20 years ago when they redid the road out front. And I'm certain that crack wasn't that big. I think I'm going to have to watch it from year to year, because you can see how that crack is opening up. So you know, when moisture gets down in there, no matter how little bit, every winter when it freezes, it works more at cracking it. So thanks again for watching.